Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spin Rack, and I am here, finished my Comic-Con experience, and I'm doing my video on this. Basically, I did 2 days. I did Thursday and Friday, and it was a fun experience. I got to experience it with my friends. I also had some fun things that I received. There's Art Adams, Godzilla. I don't know if I keep pushing it up, it's gonna disappear. And even though there's no other big Godzilla stuff, but there was a lot of there was a big area for Godzilla. There was a couple of different tables on the first floor for him, and Arthur Adams signed this, not mine. They had them free. And they were also on late on Friday. They had Legend Has It, which was the Nas Mass Appeal comic book connected with hip hop greats like Nas, Raekwon. We also had Ghostface Killer, Pasta Noose, and Maceo. We have Slick Rick there, who you can see at the top next to the Has. He was also a superhero. Nas is in the middle holding his hand out. And a little to the left in the orange is Puck 1, 2, and you can't see 3. And I can't tell you all, but when you see the person with that's Raekwon on the right side. He has a tarantula chain, which became pretty famous, so he had to buy another one. And that one was one of the highlights of the con. There was a couple aliens things that were pretty big for me. What else? I went to the comic. Was it the Comic Legal Fund? They have this shirt, approved by the Comic Code Authority, and it's for the Comic Book League Defense Fund. So they had a shirt, and they had very nice people at the stand in Artist Alley. So I had to get the shirt. So this is one of my other big prizes from this. They also had at the X-Men thing. I went to the X-Men panel, and the X-Men panel gave away a free comic book. It's the Age of Revelations, and that is the next crossover. But they had a lot of big things happen for it. I know online there's a lot of negative press towards the X-Men, but there's a lot of X-Men stuff going on, some newfangled, it seems seemingly action-oriented comic books. So even though I'm not a present reader of it, it looked interesting and some new looks for all the X-Men characters. They did not talk about X-Men Elsewhere, but at the same time, that's coming up after all of this stuff that's happening. A lot of new comic books. Rogue is getting a comic book. Also, Hasbro had a lot of things, a lot of exclusives, action figures. And I know I always talk Todd Toys. I've poured out a bunch of Todd Toys stuff, but Hasbro is doing some great stuff too. They have a Rachel action figure, which is on pre-order. Rachel from Excalibur, which is part of the X-Men, is something that I was thinking about getting. So to get you to the meat, well, personally, is a big moment in this con for me because, as a friend of mine said when I visited him in Chicago, he said my home slices came to my day one of my earliest friends. He goes by the name of Flex. He doesn't like me giving out his government name, but Flex and my godson. It's my second year where my godson showed up, and I guess I have to make an edit to this, so you'll see Flex and my godson there. They both go by the name of Flex, and at the same time, they are some of the more fun people to walk around the con with. They just enjoyed the sights. The elder Flex just wanted to talk about who could beat who, and it was like we were kids again. And we had a lot of laughs. And my godson, he took it in the same way he took it. The pause. He reacted the same way that he did the first time. He liked taking in the sights, and it's a pleasure to just have people you don't have to meet any expectations. They can enjoy the moment as is. So they were having fun just seeing the con, walking the main floor. I did take them to Artist Alley, and they enjoyed that too. They interacted with different people, and obviously the Nas event. Since we were talking hip hop before we got there, this was a big event for them. They went to the front to get pictures. and at the same time, they started many conversations in there. And I hope whoever was filming has them, because they have a lot of energy, more energy than I have. But I try to bring up my energy and bring up that energy that we had when we were kids. But it's kind of tough for me. So, but it was great having them around there. Obviously, I was there with my partner Mars. He was there, and he did a lot of running around as he normally does. Excuse me, this is not a tell. I'm not trying to say anything else, but Mars was also there. He'll probably do a video of the stuff, and we might do a video together. But I wanted to get a video up of the con since it's ending today and it's family day at the con. So I didn't get to see any of the great stuff that happens on Saturday. It wasn't in there for this year to go. And also my other friends, my friend who has my friend, how can I say this? He's on, I think he's Mario 60, was it 66? He walks around with the biggest Doctor Doom guy. It's Mario 66 on. I think I'll say I have his Instagram up there, but he has one of the biggest Doctor Doom outfits, and he also has the big Sasquatch outfit, which I think they had on Sunday. It's also with I'm not sure his, but I'll just say Mo. The first one is Reggie, and the other friend is Mo. And we got to hang out with him. He's very elusive also. But regretfully, he got stuck in the human queue. If you get there early, they're gonna shuttle you down into the human queue. Don't do it. If you have to, show up at 10. Don't get stuck in the human queue. You think you're getting in first, and they're gonna keep you there. They don't even send you out earlier. So, back to business. So I talked about the fun parts of it. Regretfully, my friend Lex wasn't able to make it because it was a Friday. Saturday, he probably could have made it. So we're gonna have many pictures on Instagram with Lex, and we've hung out many a time. Hopefully when we get to studio, we'll have Lex on the show. But it was fun. It's been fun hanging with him the last couple of years. I think it's the last 2 or 3 years I've hung with Lex at the con. So hopefully next year we'll be able to put this together, and then it'll be three. It'll be 3 people who are very communal and love just walking and interacting with people, and me. So I will be in hog heaven, but at the same time I'll be low energy, and these guys are high energy. Anyway, get back to business. They had Sigourney Weaver there, and she talked about her experience doing a lot of sci-fi, and she was honest about Alien, which was not like a woman thing where she was the star. She was the last person standing, and the writers thought that would be interesting. That's what she said. So it looks in the line of Alien to Aliens. It's like, wow, a woman in power. She was a person. I think she described her character that she didn't necessarily was doing the right thing. She just doing the thing that she thought was right. So she was kind of flying by the seat of her pants as the character. But she came from theater, and there's another actress. Kathleen O'Heaney, who was in the Tales of the Gold Monkey, and Sigourney talked about going from theater to acting in films, and not having to learn how to act to the camera where you're not supposed to, where it's you acting to the audience directly to them. You struggle with the camera, and Kathleen O'Heaney also talked about that and learning stuff from Tom Hanks. So that wasn't there, but Sigourney Weaver talked about that same thing of learning things early on, and then getting the script for Aliens written by James Cameron and saying, I think Ripley's almost on every page. Like, why would he write this? So this is great. So it was how great experience that was. And the other one, she didn't have anything negative to say about the other 2. And the possibility of Walter Hill writing a script for another Aliens movie with Ripley, but Ripley at this present day stage. She also talked about 5 Avatar films, and she's hoping that James Cameron stays around to direct all of them, right? So then we have Aliens Earth, which we got to see, and that it seemed like that was in a state of flux, because they showed us the first episode, and even though I've seen the first episode, many people at the con might not have. and they haven't been picked up yet. So hopefully it will get picked up, and they'll be able to do all the craziness they've been doing so far. And what else do I have? Do I have anything else to tell you? I told you personal stuff, my friends, and then the lastly would be, which I talked about in, sorry, I'm trying to just get the name, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That is the thing I went to with George R. R. Martin, and he was there, and it's very festive and fun. And I guess that's about it. The cosplayers came out. I took some pictures with some of them, and they always do great costuming, and they seem to have different new areas that they were congregating at. But there was a lot of beautiful costumes, and regretfully, I don't like the fact that people use it's the cosplay version of this or that. So this, I would say that they're killing it as they always do, and keep on. And I think Marvel and DC would you know the, to look at what they're doing and they're introducing their costumes. They shouldn't always try to poke fun at it, because we can see Wonder Man. They're trying to poke fun at the costume that Al Milgrom gave. When he had two better costumes, he has the Safari one and he has the bare bones Wonder Man. Oh, the Perez one is interesting too. So with that said, that was my con experience. At the same time, being with my oldest friend, I actually met him when I was 9, and he had a broken Aquaman action figure. And me and I forget his last name. He was with Anthony, another one of my oldest friends, but he moved from the block. So those are two first people I met, and then later I met his sister. We did have someone we met in Brooklyn before that, but it was during the summer we were in Brooklyn, and we hadn't met Vincent after that. And we met him again in school, but he lived another place too. So Flex is my oldest friend. It was good to hang out with him and to imagine what it would have been like to be in the con with as kids. What would it be like us running around like idiot kids, getting into trouble in the con and then being banned forever? Of course, it could happen. But at the same time, I also like to thank my godson who put it together from the year before. We talked to his father, and he was like, "Oh, he'd want to come." I've been trying to put it together, and it worked out. So I got I got my godson there. I got my oldest friend there. I got my friends that I had from work. I had Mars there. So we all were able to put together a great con. We weren't all hanging out at the same time, but who knows what trouble that could have caused. But at the same time, I was able to put together a great con experience. So that's it for me. That is the con that I have to say, and I might post this and then repost it with some visuals just so I can get this in there. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for I hope your experiences at the con were as fun as mine. And at the same time, if you have small kids, don't think of the comic part of it. Think of the convention part of it. And you have all these colors. There's a lot of, if you're into video games, if you're into wrestling, if you're into Funko, if you're into this, there might be something for you. Definitely gaming, and or if you like, there's some talented actors that you want to meet. It might be costly to do that, but if you haven't, family, you want to try this, sign up. I think it's going to be starting. The sign up is going to start early next year. You can sign up for the con just so you're prepared. You can buy tickets. You can try to do the Sunday. It's cheaper for the kids, of course. You can buy for you, buy for your kids, bring them in there and see what they go for. You don't have to go and figure out comic books. They might lead you to what they like. So, and it might become an experience that you want to do. There's a lot of people, so it could become, inundating to have to deal with a large crowd. Thursday is the least amount of crowd because there were still tickets available on Thursday. But that said, if you want to experience in New York, you have to plan it out like you're doing a vacation. You have to you got to verify early, and then you have to buy right at the time. So if you have a friend or you need us to do it, if you want us to let you know when it's happening, we'll do so. I will actually, we will just do so. If even if the show isn't that big yet, we will put out. I'm saying it right now. When fan verification happens, I'm telling you to fan verify because this is the hardest thing I do to coordinate con for people, getting people to fan verify. So I can get them a ticket that's just for them, and then the tickets can be mailed directly to them. But mind you, at the same time, it's good that I kept everything and I'm able to hand out the tickets so I know when they come they have it and that sort of thing. But we will work with you. We don't have no connection to the con, but we will work with you to go to this con. And if you have a con, because there's people that know about horror cons and other things that are going on, and you want to tell us to go to them, we are all for it. So that's I said I was ending, but I'm not. I'm ending it now. Spinner Rack out, and thank you for a great con. And New York City, thank you for a great con. Spinner Rack out.